Chapter 7. Understanding the needs and expectations of the repeat customer. In our consulting work with contractors across the globe, nothing is more important to the contractor than the repeat customer, also recognized in this book as RC. This special customer not only extends the number of working hours a contractor can give their workers, keeping them busy, but such a relationship reinforces all that a contractor is doing right. Think about the reasons the repeat customer is so important to their preferred contractor. Trust is established between the contractor and RC. Greater willingness on the part of RCs to share future needs. The RC is often more flexible to work around new business that a contractor needs to schedule. Because the RC may share their future, a contractor can plan more effectively to expand his or her resources. Long-term schedules and revenue projections can be created more easily. The RC often plays a significant role in referring the contractor to additional customers. Completing repeat work can greatly reduce the amount of marketing and selling expense needed to add work. They already know us. The RC reaffirms that the contractor is performing many things well most of the time, and the RC likes working with the contractor's team. But it's just as easy for the contractor to forget about maintaining the relationship with the RC. It's not uncommon for RCs to feel unloved or to feel that they are being taken for granted by the contractor. Though most contractors would clearly challenge this last point, the truth is that many do not work as hard at listening, asking questions, and putting on their best behavior with the RCs as they do for the first-time customer. Think how spouses often treat each other after the honeymoon is over. Consider what a contractor may be missing out on if they do not maintain a close relationship with their repeat customer. They may not get the early jump on a new project the RC is planning, miss out on other work that the contractor could perform or manage, not know about a newly hired and important contact person at the RC, experience an RC who may not see the same effort by the contractor to maintain the business and assume the contractor is too busy or is now performing much larger work. Contractor may not see what improvements the RC is acting on to drive their own business upward and onward. Again, even the most conscientious of contractors who work hard at client retention can be a bit inconsistent at times. It is during these inconsistent periods of time that the once preferred contractor can lose an RC. The new conquering contractor may have strategically planned for a takeover, but in more cases than not, it was simply the dumb luck of being in the right place at the right decision-making time. So, while all of what we've just expressed may be true, what does it have to do with our focus in this book on market research? Repeat customers are one of the greatest sources of market trends, facts, and answers a contractor could ever want. Driving market research to mine your repeat customers can give you greater insights to information about your present marketplace, without paying a whole lot of money or spending a whole lot of time to confirm the same. From a market research viewpoint, consider what your current repeat customers can provide you with, including what the RC is reading, listening to, and participating in at conferences of their trade, industry, or personal interests, what the RC is beginning to think about improving within their organization, buildings, or residence, what the RC is hearing from or talking to other similar thinking people who have needs, ideas, wants, etc. like theirs. What are the changing priorities in the RC's way of thinking, deciding, or purchasing? A current pulse of how well the RC is still in love with you, your leaders, your crews, and your performance results. Suffice it to say, maintaining some ongoing research with all of your repeat customers can go a long way to you maintaining a real knowledge of your market and what other potential clients are also seeing, wanting, and needing from you. While conducting market research on your repeat customers only would fall short of everything you might need to know, such an effort can greatly supplement the trends, facts, and numbers you may be finding through other research efforts. Now let's turn our attention to how you might conduct market research with your repeat customers. Consistently provide a post-job satisfaction survey. This effort should be employed and made part of your post-job review process. Sadly, many contractors do not take the time to review a completed job or even a series of smaller jobs to find lessons learned. This effort alone can generate great intel about the leadership and performance of field crews, what improvements need to be made, and what adjustments the contractor should take for upcoming work. The post-job satisfaction survey should be short, perhaps no more than 4 to 5 questions. Also, especially because of the repeat customer focus, the questions used on the post-job satisfaction survey should be rotated so that the RC does not see the same exact questions after every completed project. Consider a few questions that might be pooled and positioned from one PJSS to another. How would you rate the project we have recently completed? What did you enjoy most about the process to complete your construction project? How well did our project leaders communicate with you during the construction project? What are 2 to 3 frustrations or disappointments you may have had with your construction project? How would you describe our company's efforts to keep your site safe, clean, and organized? Please describe our field leaders' efforts to keep you updated with both information and pictures on the progress of your project. Do you have any suggestions about what you would like to see next time we work for you? Please share 2 to 3 with us now. Would you feel confident in our firm completing another construction project for you? Would you feel confident in referring us to other individuals with construction needs? If given the chance for us to complete another construction project for you, would you highly recommend the same field leaders and crews? Obviously, the previous questions are simply examples. Develop your own questions, but remember to only use 3 to 5 for each customer upon completion of a project. Number 2. Tailor the questions used on each PJSS. Tailoring the questions used on each post-job satisfaction survey should provide you with a great variation of questions. Tailoring the questions reinforces exactness and sincere interest in the specific project. This effort will always come back to win points from clients and give them just another reason to really like and trust you. Let's look at one of the questions from the previous point and tailor it to a more specific show of interest. First, the more generic question followed by the more specific version. Look to see if the more tailored version might not make a better impression, furthering the satisfaction experienced by the client. Generic question. What are 2 to 3 frustrations or disappointments you may have had with your construction project? Tailored question sample. Your 19th and Vine project positively raised our firm's bar of excellence, and our hopes to always exceed your expectations for our firm. Would you please share 2 to 3 frustrations or disappointments you experienced during the life of the construction process? Obviously, the tailored version is longer. This is why we propose only submitting 3 to 5 questions as part of the PJSS. A key here to getting better responses from clients is to keep the number of questions to a minimum in order to maximize the interest and feedback from the client. Number 3. Incorporate an online survey and a QR code to launch the PJSS. Online surveys allow you to send PJSS via email or texting simply by copying and pasting a link or hyperlinked line of text. It's simply more efficient and will appeal to the RC incorporating technology into their operations. You'll have the feedback received and ready to review sooner than with more traditional paper survey. Now, if you're sending the PJSS via an online survey, you may be able to get away with a few more questions, especially for what you may believe is a one-and-done customer. But since we're addressing doing research with your RC, be prepared to have several surveys ready to send to those RCs that you will be completing several projects for over the next year. Another option that you can use for emails in traditional paper survey is to use a QR code. A QR code is simply a picture that tech-savvy customers can use to take your survey on their smartphone or tablet by taking a picture with a QR reader. This image can help save money and time on printing out surveys and allows RCs to take the survey quickly on their phone. Number 4, conduct your own taste test focus group. Major brands continue to use the traditional taste test focus group when trying out new products. We're not sure that most contractors have even seen TV commercials where blindfolded individuals are asked to try 2 different products and to choose the one that they enjoy the most. While we have no idea whether or not such focus groups are rigged, there are a far greater number of focus group assessments completed that are honest and really seek the opinion of the company's market. Here are a few tips to use to organize and conduct your own focus group among your repeat customers. Limit your focus group to only 3 to 5 RCs. You probably will not be able to gather many more than this range anyway, but a larger group just becomes more difficult to manage. Offer an incentive for RCs to participate. This might be as simple as sports tickets to the local professional team's home game or a $100 certificate to a local restaurant. Prepare potential needs of your RCs to rank. Rather than asking RCs to think about their needs, present several potential needs and have them rank the needs individually and then discuss the collective results. This is a good way to generate more discussion about more serious needs, allowing a bit of camouflage so that no one RC is timid to bring up a need in front of other RCs. Make the focus group fun to participate. Think game show. Don't try to model Let's Make a Deal or Family Feud, but do have some fun and prizes for some of the questions. This can help break the ice a little and perhaps keep more interest. It is also a nice distraction from what you are trying to do. Retrieve important information for your growth and improvement. Encourage your focus group RCs to express their real needs and expectations. This is the purpose, so always encourage your RCs to answer honestly and thoroughly. Don't argue or interrogate. Okay, the only negative in this list of tips. The focus group is not conducted for any contractor to win an argument or to illustrate their superior knowledge about their specialty trade. Therefore, remember to encourage RCs who thought enough of you to participate in the focus group to say whatever they want to say, with no repercussions. The first time the contractor or one of their leaders challenges or argues, the focus group is over. Number 5, build your RC database for future monitoring. As a final tip, be sure to keep any and all information gathered by your research efforts in a database. Review and update this info on an annual basis. Such information alone can provide some real trends in how things are progressing and what your repeat customers are moving from and toward. Chapter 7. So what? As you should realize by now, the information you can research from your existing repeat customers is a wealth of greater know-how for you and your company. Don't go to sleep in giving your repeat customers attention and always go to them repeatedly to discuss new trends, needs, and expectations.